Hey there friends, what's going on today? David Potts here with Song Notes. Today we're looking at Long Cool Woman in the Black Dress by the Hollies. Lots of requests for this one over the years. Bill, you just celebrated your 3rd year of membership over on my Song Notes website. You've been extra patient with your request for this song. Thank you for your membership, and I hope you and everyone else who's requested this one, I hope you all enjoy the lessons. As usual, y'all get my practice notes and all the related lessons that teach the techniques I use in this song on my lesson page at songnotes.net. This is lesson 605. Let's kick this one off looking at the intro to this song, right? This is what you hear in the first opening 20 seconds or so. It's played twice on an electric guitar. You can play it on acoustic. Even if this is the only part of the song you learn, it's tons of fun. Here's what it looks like and here's what it sounds like. I'm going to talk about how to learn this though in a second, so stay tuned. And it repeats from there, okay? You could play this endlessly while you're practicing it. It's tons of fun to do that. Here is what I recommend doing though, right? Now I wrote up this tab you see here. This is what I'm calling the full tab. Instead of learning this out of the gate, we're gonna learn this version. This is what I'm calling the foundation notes only version. What it does is it gets rid of all the light filler notes that we're gonna add for decoration, and it keeps the notes that have the strong beat, the strong emphasis, right? Because these are the notes that kind of keep the rhythmic pulse moving along. And if we learn these first, number one, it's easier because we don't have those filler notes to worry about, but it's also gonna help us get in touch with the rhythmic feel of things, and it's gonna teach our left-hand fingers where to go to play these very important notes. So this would sound like this. If we just did these notes. Okay, you saw how I transitioned there to the full riff. I want to make sure you understand that this foundation note version is going to pay off, right? The groove we tap into is going to be used in the full version. So when I was practicing this, the first thing I did was memorize this foundational note version. Then after, a couple minutes of practicing that, I started to flirt with the full tab a little bit. Then I would go back to the foundational notes only. And I would kind of keep going back and forth because again, the more you get this groove in your head and your ear, you get the feel in your hands, it's gonna make it all easier to learn, okay? So one quick note before I continue here, a cool thing about this is using what is called the double tresillo rhythm. I didn't know that term until I was Googling up research for this song. And I was like, what is it called if we do the 3-3-3-3-2-2 rhythm? And you might be thinking, what is 3-3-3-3-2-2? It is the way that these eighth notes are spread out, right? 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1. And you might be thinking, that's crazy. Why are you counting like that? That's not used in any other songs. Well, you would be incorrect. It's used in lots of other songs. For example, Summer of '69. I wrote up these notes years ago. I didn't know what this was called, but it just seemed to me the natural way to learn this part, right? Was to break it up in chunks of 3-3-3-3-2-2, right? 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2. Even songs I learned like Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles, right? When he says, it's all right. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2, right? That is called the double tresillo. This is the cool thing about music. You can be playing for years and years and years, and you keep learning these things that have been there the whole time right in front of you. So anyway, that's what's going on here, right? If it helps, count it like that. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3. All right, so this full version looks like this again. Now this is a bit trickier. If you have not practiced that rhythm stuff I talked about, you want to get that practice in. It's going to help you, but I'm assuming you have that under your belt. So what we're going to do now is add all these decorative sort of filler notes between the foundational notes. So the foundational notes are highlighted. All the non-highlighted notes are the ones we're adding in between, okay? The trickiest part of this entire thing is the first measure. And the first measure is going to involve this. Right? It involves a hammer-on that uses 16th notes, and we have to slide up to the 5th fret really quick. And then we're going to have a rest, which is bizarrely tricky as well. But let's take it one step at a time. Open E string, right? Then we're going to play the open 5th string, but hammer on 2nd fret with your middle finger, and then play the open 4th string, right? Okay, that's what that sounds like, those first 3 or 4 notes. And then we're going to end it with a slide up to the 5th fret. So I recommend, what I do is I use my middle finger for all this stuff. You want to make sure that you get all 4 or 5 of those notes cleanly played. Okay, sometimes you might flub one, just slow it down. Okay, and we're going to end on this 5th fret note up here on the 4th string. Now from here, what we're going to do is start to add these filler notes on the 3rd string and 2nd string, right? After the 5th fret note, we're going to sort of have an 8th note where we play nothing, and then we're going to play the open 3rd string, and then we go to the 4th fret and 2nd fret. Now this is where that chunks of 3 I was talking about is very evident. See on the 4th fret note and the 2nd fret note? Both of those are followed with the open 3rd string and open 2nd string. What I recommend doing is breaking that little chunk of 3 and then 3 together like this. This gives you a little part of this entire riff to practice, but you're sort of looping that little part, and it's giving your pick practice, picking the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string. It's giving your hand practice going between the 4th and 2nd fret, and it's a nice little simple thing you can sort of chew on, get some reps with before you bring in the rest of the riff, okay? So, and then after those chunks of 3, we're gonna have the chunks of 2, right? This open 4th to 3rd string, and then 2nd fret on the 5th string to open 4th string, okay? So the whole first half would sound like this. Okay, that first half is the hardest part. That first measure is probably the hardest part. The good part is the second half's a lot easier. The second half falls into this convention of the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, a lot more cleanly. For example, check this out. The first 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, they're all sort of played literally. So we're going to start off almost like you're making a G shape, right? Just worry about those first. It's 4 chunks of 3, right? 3rd fret to 2nd fret to open, to 2nd fret to open, back to the first thing we played, then slide your ring finger, or whatever you're doing the 3rd fret with, up to the 5th fret, and then just worry about those. So let's practice those things in a row, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, do that a bunch of times. And then we had this these last 2 chunks of 2, right? So that whole second half, if we counted it with the sort of counting, would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then end on the open E string because that's where things are gonna reset, okay? So what I would do is maybe go through this another time or two, then I would go back to the foundational note only. Remind yourself of that rhythm, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, right? And then we could go back to the full version. And always end it with the low E string because that's the note you start on. Okay, so that is how you play the intro riff. Again, you could just have fun with that and have a blast learning something new, getting used to this new rhythm, and challenging yourself with keeping time, emphasizing the right notes, all that sort of thing. Okay, so after the intro riff, we're going to transition immediately into what I'm calling the E shuffle riff. All right, here's what it sounds like. So really quick, if you're new to these shuffle riffs, I have a couple lessons in my blues course showing you how to play these. One shows an open position, how to play them. Another shows how to play them in any key up the fretboard. I'll also link to a few songs that use this exact sort of thing over on my lesson page for Long Black Woman, number 605 on my website. Okay, so if you're new to them, check those out. Now, as far as these go, there's 3 different ways you can play it as far as how it's played in this song. One is going to be this single finger version. The other one is going to be probably how the artist is playing it. With these 3 fingers, you're going to do some barring on the 2nd fret. Okay, and then there's another version you can do, which is playing the shuffle an octave higher, sort of like this. Okay, that's a nice little alternative version you can incorporate as well. I'll talk about all 3 of them right now, okay? The most important thing though, no matter which version you play, is the rhythm, okay? Normally, or I think a lot of the times, the sort of stereotypical bluesy shuffle is gonna be like, it's gonna have this feel, like a loafing kind of swing shuffle feel. With this one, what we're gonna do is it's mainly gonna be on the quarter notes at first, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 4. So notice how at the end of the first measure and the beginning of the second measure, we're gonna do a strum on the offbeat, right? On the and count, right? Specifically just after the 4 count. And we're gonna skip the 1 count of the second measure. And then on the and count, just before the 2 count, we're gonna do it again, right? So here, with that in mind, let's look at this first version. This is the 1 finger version. You can play this with just your index finger. You could technically use your middle or ring. I wouldn't recommend that though. I would recommend your index finger because it's gonna set you up for later on if you wanna do some barring on the 2nd fret, right? The idea here is play the thickest 2 strings only, okay? Open and 2nd fret, open and 4th fret, open and 5th fret, back down to open and 4th, back down to open and 2nd, and you're basically gonna go up and down just like that. Now the rhythm makes a big deal here, right? And there's one other thing we're gonna wanna do to really capture the sound of what the artist is getting. We're going to want to use palm muting, where we take the sort of fleshy part of our the hand that holds the pick right here by the saddle of the guitar. And we're going to want to lay it on the strings a little bit. That's going to sort of muffle the sound. And we're also going to want to utilize silencing the strings with our left hand, right? For example, if I was to play the thickest 3 strings of an E major chord, and I was to silence them, this is all with my fretting hand right here, right? I'm kind of creating this punctuated strumming, right? Instead of letting it ring, you gotta, if you can do that with your fretting hand, it's gonna help you be a lot more expressive with the guitar. And if you can combine that with palm muting, right? It's gonna help you go a long way. Okay, so I have lessons for both of these techniques on my lesson page as well, right? Lots of lessons over there to help with this song. Lesson 605 at songnotes.net. That's my website. I want to just beat that drum because if you enjoyed this lesson, you're watching this far, I'm sure all these other lessons I've made teaching these techniques will help. So anyway, that is the 1 finger version, right? Just remember that timing, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4, and it repeats, okay? Now the next version is gonna be closer, again, to what the band is playing here. We have to use all 3 of these fingers, our index, our ring, and our pinky. So there's a lot of stretching, and we need some strength in our ring and pinky fingers. We're also gonna have to bar the 5th and 4th strings on the 2nd fret there. So this one's tricky, but it's worth learning if you want some practice. The rhythm is the same, but just notice how on that and count, just after the 4, I'm doing this strum of the thickest 3 strings, right? So, okay, that's something that's gonna add this cool sound. And if you listen to the Hollies performance or just recording of this song, you're gonna hear that basically at the end of every measure. They're gonna catch the off beat with a little 4th string inclusion there. Okay, I was sort of leaning into that. The way I have it tabbed out here is I'm only doing it once in every 2 measure section, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 4. Okay, find one that works for you and settle in. Now this other one, this sort of thinner strings version, what this means is that thinner strings, we're still doing a shuffle thing. Whoops. But it's happening on the thinner strings, and it's actually one octave higher than this. And because it's on the open second string and the second and third fret of the second string, it allows us to keep our hand in an E major chord shape, right? We can do the whole thing with our pinky. I wouldn't really recommend it. I'll show you why. I find that version right there a bit tricky because your pinky is kind of jammed in and you have to sort of squeeze it under your other fingers, and then you have to stretch it out to the third fret and back in again. It might be a bit uncomfortable. You might be able to do it, that's fine. One alternative version here is play just the thinnest strings of an E major chord and use your middle finger on the fourth string. So middle index, right, on strings 4 and 3. Playing the thinnest 4 strings only. My middle finger is actually bumping into the 5th string, which mutes it. That way I can play the 6th string if I want. So this is an E major chord, really, right? I did a whole separate lesson many years ago about this shape, right? There's a Father John Misty song. He bases around a riff, a 12-bar blues, using that exact little sort of riffing thing I just did. So I'll link to that one on my lesson page as well. But what you can do here is... Okay, so that's the sort of thinnest strings version if you want to do that. The main idea, again, is you're going to do the intro riff, and after the intro riff, you're going to go into this shuffle riff, and then you're going to play it for 8 measures, okay? So it's good. Whatever tab you follow here, do it 4 different times. All right, friends, so I'm gonna wrap this video up now to keep it from getting too long. I still wanna teach you the verse, the chorus, and the interlude riff that you hear after the first chorus. Those are gonna be separate videos over on my songnotes.net webpage. This is lesson 605. Just head on over there. Those videos will be there for you to watch. Also do some playthrough videos. I'll do the whole song with singing for context if you want that. Then I'll do a version with no singing, tabs on screen of each section, including the verse and the chorus and all that stuff. I'll also link out to my practice notes if you wanna get those to follow along with the step-by-step stuff for the intro and the shuffle riff in particular, right? And all the related lessons, teaching the techniques using this song, those will be linked there as well. And then, of course, you can find all my other lessons. I have over 600, plus all my topics and courses and all those things I teach, right? So it's a huge wealth of information. I've been working on this for years. Again, if you're not a member, please consider joining, right? You get access to so much good stuff. I put so much hard work into this, and I think if you've watched this far especially, you will appreciate what you get at a membership. Whether you're there just for a month, or you stick around for a few months, or you join an annual plan. It's all appreciated by me. It keeps these lights on. So good luck with this song. It is an absolute blast, and I will see you in the next lesson. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.